Back at the NEPSAC Championships, girls basketball, fourth game of 6 today. This is the Class B final. Two teams from the same town going for their first championship. It is Groton out of Groton, Mass. against Lawrence Academy out of Groton, Mass. Lawrence in the dark uniform, and in the white it is Groton. And I'm Steve Vecchione with Cheshire Academy coach Jeff Allen, and we are underway. That play off the opening tap that we've seen a couple times. They try to convert and missing. And Groton with the first possession for them as we are underway with Helios outside the arc. Jeff, what do you think about two teams from the same town? It's got to be a tough game.
As I was saying before the game, I love it. I think they probably know each other since they were younger playing in the rec leagues. And so I think that's going to add a little bit of flavor to the game. I'll look for a good game. Two really talented teams here.
Our first points of the game, Megan Carney for 3. 3-0, Groton in white. Now, Groton is the 5 seed in this tournament, and Lawrence Academy is the 2. It was a 1-point win for Lawrence yesterday. Jump shot made by Lawrence, and the basket for Abigail Kroll. A 1-point win for Lawrence over the Governor's Academy, 47-46. And Groton, the 5, beat St. Luke's. You know St. Luke's.
We know that we play them on Wednesday. Great team, very talented.
They beat them 58-50.
Yep, another close game. So the first 3 games that you had were ones against twos?
That's right.
So this is the first thing. It's a 2 against a 4 or 5?
5.
2-5, okay.
And the girl that we just scored there, Rachel McManamy, is a top flight player, and she has Division I potential, I was told.
Yep.
3 try is good by Drugich, Olivia Drugich from Stowe, Massachusetts, and good flow to the game early, 5-5.
Good basketball, balls moving. Teams both look confident, aggressive.
Number 2 who just missed there was Nicolette Arnold, and she is a tremendous player, and she is the focus on the defense. The jumper from the corner is missed by Abigail Kroll. They get the offensive rebound with Drugich. She drives, draws a foul. Olivia Drugich will go to the line for 2.
It's an interesting defense that Groton's. It looks like an extended 3-2. I'm not sure what it is. We'll have to see another possession or 2, but they're doing a good job covering the wings early.
Now that's interesting because both coaches told me they played man.
It looked like a 3-2.
You're a coach. You probably don't want to give it away to the announcer, right?
We'll see next time down. But
Drugich.
If that's man, somebody was lost.
I'm telling you, they both told me they play man.
Maybe they are.
6-5.
We'll have to see the next possession.
Early. Second free throw. Good. 7-5.
I'm just impressed by, the last game. I mean, it's just the confidence at the foul line. Girls stepping up and just cleanly knocking it down.
All right, so it's Groton possession. It is 7-5 Lawrence. Groton with the jump shot, the try, and air ball on the try by McManamy. Again, she's a good scorer, McManamy, but air ball that time. Lawrence in the front court, leading by 2. They work it up top for Drugich. She's been active early. She finds an open shooter, wide open, and that is missed by Kroll.
Good weak side rebound. She had it.
Tracking it down and saving it. Nicely done by Lindsay Toast. And Toast brings it to the front court. Works it to Messina. Back to Helios. Now getting the step. Off the glass, no good. The try by McManamy goes out of bounds.
Did a good job chasing down her own rebound. It was a tough shot in traffic. She missed it. I think she knew it was going to be a challenge shot, so she stayed aggressive and went and got her own rebound. I like that.
So, again, these teams know each other. So the key scorers on each team, I think both coaches have had ideas probably how to defend the key players.
That's what makes it interesting this time of year. If you know each other well, what can you come up that's a little bit of a wrinkle or something different to kind of throw them off just a little bit.
7-5 Lawrence, they have possession. The floater is short on the try by Drugich. And back comes Groton. They are the Spartans. Step back. Back rim miss on the shot taken by Arnold. Goes out of bounds. Coach Donna Mastrangelo of Lawrence telling me how good Nicolette Arnold is. Great leadership, both ends of the floor. Number 2 as you're watching the game for Lawrence. Actually, that was the shot was taken by Messina, but watch number 2 on Lawrence, Arnold, and she has it here. Nicolette Arnold. Up top it goes Drugich. Seen a lot of Drugich early. Here's Arnold. Leader on the team. Good bounce pass.
That was a good pass. You can see that coming. She has good court vision, saw it, made a nice pass.
But an excellent steal. Beautifully done by Montgomery. She pushes quick up the court, but met on the defensive transition by McManamy. She got back and stopped the play.
Did a great job getting back on defense, getting defensive position, cutting off the basket. Nice defense, nice job, good hustle.
So it's 7-5 Lawrence. About 4 minutes into the first half. This is the fourth game today out of 6. I am going for the Guinness Book of World Records, announcing in one game.
6 in a day.
1 day, yep.
Yep. I'm sure you enjoy it. You do a great job.
Oh, you're very nice. Thank you. It's a lot of fun. I love basketball. And this is great basketball. Really good players.
It is really good. It's fun to watch. And it's kind of fun as a coach who's played in this division to kind of sit back and watch other teams play. It really is nice.
Traveling violation on Groton. So after a good start offensively for both teams, we've had some missed opportunities and some turnovers.
And it's interesting to see this compared to the other game, the foul situation with, one team has 2, the other team has none with the first 4 or 5 minutes into the game. So
Olivia Drugic, the shot is missed, but the offensive rebound for Kroll. She'll back it out. New shot clock, down low, opposite side.
Good look.
Yeah, that was a good interior pass, but missing inside Montgomery. The pass was made by Evans. Now Groton down 2. We're in the first half. Up top it goes. Helios getting the step with the left hand and scoring on a nice drive. Megan Carney, the senior.
Really good job of establishing post position, calling for the ball, getting it where she wanted it, and then converting, making the lefty layup. That was a great play.
7-7. Montgomery to the far side for Kroll. Up top for Evans. Now near side, watch Arnold. Really good player. Does not get the roll, though.
Nice shot.
Toast with the rebound. She pushes. Near side, McManamy, good scorer. Off for Helios. Down low, posting. And again with the left hand, though, missing was Carney. Kind of the same play, but she couldn't get that to go.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a tougher shot going away from the basket. I'd prefer her going to the basket. I think the first time she was going strong to the rim. Made a nice shot, even though she may have got hit this one. I think just fading away a little bit may have cost her the shot.
7-7.
She does a really good job of coming to the ball, though, and showing.
In the white is Groton. And the runner, that is an air ball, and Messina was a little wild with that try. She had a good idea, just couldn't get a good shot off.
She may have surprised us, though. She got down in the lane so open there, and it's
Callie Messina, freshman. That's a freshman right there.
Yep.
But we've seen underclassmen perform well.
We saw underclassmen have big games last game, especially in the end of the second half and the overtime.
All right, Neely to the far side for Kroll. Kroll throws it away. Steal by McManamy, pushing on the 2-on-1. Here she goes.
Good possession. Good possession.
And getting back on defense. Lawrence.
Thank you, sir.
And it'll be Groton possession. 10:33 to go, first half. Toast inside, throws it up, and a foul call. So it's 7-7. We're early in the game. We're about 5.5 minutes in. Again, this is the Class B final. I'm Steve Vecchione with Jeff Allen.
I think early on both teams look good. I don't see any nerve factor involved here. They both look like they came out prepared, look really comfortable playing, getting good shots. Shots have not fallen yet, but both teams doing a great job not turning it over and getting the shots they want.
Both teams from Groton, Massachusetts. Trying for the reverse and getting fouled was Groton's Toast, Lindsay Toast, the senior. She'll go to the line for 2.
Groton's aggressive offensively. I think they are doing a good job attacking the basket a little bit and getting the ball inside. So they may go to the foul line a little bit here.
I mentioned Lawrence's coach, and Groton is coached by Joe Krail. Neither of these programs have captured a championship. Groton's nickname, by the way, the Zebras.
Okay.
7-7. It's the Zebras versus the Spartans.
I like it.
Now the 3 try. Bounces in. Long 3, and it bounces in for Shyla Montgomery. And that's a 2 inside the arc, so it's 9-7. Just inside. So Groton down 2 with possession. Near side is Helios. Into the lane. Has it knocked away. Foul call on Helios, yeah.
They may have a reach on that one.
So
that's the play that you mentioned before, bailing her out. I think she was a little off balance.
Yeah, and I think that
or maybe they called something else.
Yeah, I think what happened was Helios lost the ball, and then she herself fouled, trying to make up for her turnover. And she committed the foul. But that has happened a few times in the last couple games where we've seen a couple calls where players were out of position, but they got foul calls, and could have gone either way on some of those calls. But so early in this game, it's tight. We had a good flow early, but the defenses, I think, have settled down a little bit.
I think defenses, in this game in particular, I think there's a lot of defensive pressure. I like defensive pressure on the ball. I think these guys are extending a little bit and getting out there. I do like the fact that Groton's getting the ball inside. So, again, I think this is going to be another very interesting game.
Now, again, these teams have played twice. In one game, it was a 2-point win for Lawrence. The other game, they played in the Holiday Championship game in the tournament that they played in, and it was a 22-point win. And 2 of the starters, I was told, for Groton were not available in that game. And Coach Mr. Angelo of Lawrence told me that she thought this game would be more like the 2-point game than the 22-point game.
Looks like she's right, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think anytime you have all your players there, you have more confidence in them.
Lawrence possession out of the timeout up 2. They've held down Nicolette Arnold thus far for Lawrence, the Groton defense. There's 5 on the shot clock. They bounce it for Arnold. Here she goes and is blocked on a tremendous defensive play by McMenemy.
It was a great defensive play. She held her position, had her hands up, didn't foul. Nice block.
Now McMenemy for 3, and that's good. And Groton takes the lead
2 big plays, a defensive play down there, and then comes down and makes a big three.
And I think when you make a good defensive play, that fuels your offense.
Yep, I think you're right. Gets you going a little bit.
Now Arnold, air ball. And now that's a travel. They've taken Arnold out of her game early on. She's a really good player, Nicolette Arnold, number 2, but right now she's not really been an offensive factor.
So I think a good player will figure out a way to get back in the game, and so I'm sure the scouting reporters put a little extra attention on her, so I'm sure her coach will make a few adjustments, maybe run her off the screen, get her an open look, see one go in, and then get going, get some momentum.
Now, I haven't called Ashley Evans' name too much for Lawrence, but she is very good, number 34. They, however, turned it over on this possession, trailing by a point. Groton has the lead 10-9. So keep an eye on 34 as well. Ashley Evans, the center. Evans and Arnold, neither have been a factor right now for Lawrence. It's 10-9 Groton. McMenamin, she has it here. She's been good. To the foul line it goes for Pedresci. The turnaround now, the long 3 taken by Messina. No good. Lawrence can grab the lead here. They don't take the 3. There's Evans. That's off. So the shooting a little off now.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of a quick shot.
Messina. We talked about the nerves potentially in this game with these teams. A little bit of extra added with the hometown factor, I think, and the fact that neither team has won a title before. Got to be some nerves in this game.
There's a lot of nerves. There's some excitement. There's things that you need to play through as a player and settle down. And I think once the game finds its rhythm, they'll be fine.
And that was Chiara Navard scoring for Groton, sophomore. And it's 12-9, 7:50 to go. We're in the first half here.
Travel.
This is the Class B final. We've had the Class E, the Class D, the Class C. New York Military Academy won the Class E game. Holderness, back-to-back titles, winning the Class D. And the Class C captured in a comeback victory. A really exciting game.
It was a great game. A lot of fun.
Air ball. And a great win for Bradford in the comeback win over Proctor. Overtime victory.
So it's funny on shots like that. You see a good player shoot an air ball. You don't want them to get down on themselves because they've probably made, a lot of those shots throughout the year. You want them to just maintain their confidence and take the next shot. If you get an open shot, take the next one.
Lawrence down 3 with possession. Here's Arnold operating along the baseline. Had it knocked away. Kept alive by Montgomery. The shot is good.
Nice shot.
That is Shiloh Montgomery. Nashua, New Hampshire. And that was a 3. Game tied at 12.
you just kind of get the feeling that this is going to be a good game. You know,
Hey,
I think
you
I think
predicted overtime last time.
You teed it up well when you said two teams from the same town. This is
Yeah.
going to be a good game. I think it's going to be competitive. Hopefully nobody gets in foul trouble, and I see another game going down to the wire.
Well, just amplifying that point, I asked Coach Donna Mastrangelo of Lawrence, I said, does the fact that this is the same two teams, same town, does that add to this game? And she goes, absolutely. I mean, so these teams really want
As I
it.
said before, I love it. I think, anytime you can just add a little bit extra to it in a championship game she's a great player. You can just see, even the first couple possessions when she did not score, she just made great moves right to the right spot. She's got good footwork. She knows how to play.
Now, keep an eye on her defense, too. I was told she's an excellent defender as well. Good two-way player.
So it's funny you mentioned that. I'm watching her on her off-ball defense, and she's right there in the help position, anticipating the next pass, where to go, how to help. And so, as I said, she sees the game well. She's a good player. She knows how to play.
So after trailing by 3, they got a couple threes, one by Montgomery and one by Arnold, and the lead right now is 15-12 Lawrence. And just a reminder that serious athletes are serious about their nutrition. That's why Sports Grub has created the best options for pre- and post-game meals and performance snacks. Download the Sports Grub app from the Apple Store or Google Play today. Search one word, Sports Grub, and build your meals today. And we were talking, Jeff, about Nicolette Arnold had trouble getting into the game a little bit. They took her out of her offense, but that last three put them up, and you could see the talent on that shot.
And so, as I said, good players will find a way to be productive. And so if you take away one or two things by the scouting report, they'll adjust. And a good coach will call a timeout and see what's going on and make a few corrections. But they're going to get her involved. She's going to be a big factor in this game, offensively and defensively.
So we've had some lead changes in this game. We've gone back and forth a little bit. It's stayed close. It has stayed close. It's 15-12. 6.5 to go in the first half. And we moved the start times up of these games a little bit from maybe times you saw previously, and that is because it is about to snow.
That's what they're saying, right?
Yeah, so we're in game 4.
And we're not helping. They moved the times up, and now we have an overtime.
Yeah, well, they shortened the time in between games.
Yep.
That was less Cliff Bar time for me, but we're moving along here.
Good lefty move to the basket, got to the rim, got the shot she wanted.
Less Sports Grub time for me as well.
Yeah.
3, way off. Tie up. 6:04 to go, first half. Again, our sponsor today, Sports Grub, for this outstanding tournament. 6:04 to go, 15-12.
See what they run out of bounds here, what they have. Right to the wing for the shot.
Short jumper missed. Groton down 3 with possession. They work it around the arc. Into the lane, the floater, that's a good defense, Montgomery on the try by Messina. 10 on the shot clock. Good defense, but a foul call. Foul called on Drugic, and that'll result in 2 free throws for Groton. The score right now is 15-12 Lawrence. Groton to the line.
It's interesting what they're trying to do here with the 2 post players. Groton, it looked like they were trying to work a high-low and go from the wing to the high post. Didn't get the ball there, but it's an interesting setup.
1 free throw for Navard. She's a sophomore. Chiara Navard. Close game, 15-13. And she got the bounce, 15-14.
Yep. It's got to be exciting for an underclassman, a sophomore, or someone to be playing in a game like this. Never mind just going to the line and knocking down foul shots. Nice job.
So here's Arnold running the point. And she found her teammate for a baseline shot, but missing was Evans. They tried to involve Evans there, but she couldn't convert. Interesting, Arnold bringing the ball up. Multifaceted player, gets the inbounds pass. Takes the jumper, good.
You can shoot it. Yeah.
And it is now 17-14 Lawrence.
Got another one.
Here's a 3 missed. Rebound for Toast. Pulls up, keeps the dribble going, now bounces it, posting is Murren. Inside the arc, the jump shot missed by Navard. Offensive rebound and putback, no good. The follow, good and a foul. That is Toast staying with it, and she'll go to the line for the 2-1. This free throw can tie the game.
Good job staying with it, as you said. Missed the shot, didn't give up, went back and got her own rebound and finished. Opportunity here for a three-point play.
17-16. Free throw, good. 17-17. So we are tied again. We've had multiple lead changes. We've had ties. It's been exciting. First half here. Arnold, ultra-talented player, met on a double team out for Evans. She's good as well. Hasn't gotten going yet, and she traveled. They were ready for her in the paint. And
I think the second defender who was helping was the one who caused her to pick up her dribble and travel. Oh, just good team defense.
So Lawrence had a small lead, and now Groton can grab a lead here, coming back a little bit. Near side is Toast. She just had that 2-1. They work it to the far side. The open three, Messina. That is a banker, no good. But again, on an offensive rebound, Navard. Offensive rebound's important. The three is good. And that was high arcing on the shot by Callie Messina, the freshman.
The freshman, wow.
And a timeout, Lawrence.
Good first half so far.
Yeah, and I think it's going to get even better.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this
intra-town rival.
Village, intra-village
yeah.
town.
Yeah. It's going to take on a personality of its own.
They probably have a Rotary there.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do or not.
So where do you go for dinner tonight? Everybody goes home. Where do you go?
My wife, Cindy, will probably have some food waiting for me at home tonight.
There you go.
She cooks for me. She is a wonderful cook. And I know she listens to some of the games, so thanks to Cindy for letting me run around New England doing games. While
Keeping you nourished, healthy, and ready to go.
That's right. And speaking of nourishment, today's championship coverage is brought to you by Sports Grub, in part. Sports Grub makes planning pre- and post-game meals simple, convenient, nutritious. Plan food first, performance second. Find out more online at sportsgrub.com. So, where are you going for dinner? In the snow. In the snow.
Like yourself, I have a wife who's a great cook, and so I'm going to go home and have dinner with my family. My son Jeffrey's home from college this week, and so we're going to have a nice family dinner and watch it snow.
Home from college. What month? Oh, it's spring break. Right?
Yeah, he's home for spring break.
There you go.
Yeah.
I lost track of that. I used to look forward to that.
It's not a spring day today, is it?
All right, back in action. Missing Arnold, but Evans is there for the rebound.
Good offensive rebound. Good offensive rebound.
Now, we've seen Groton with a lot of offensive rebounds, but that was
we saw in the game before, offensive rebounding is
Yep.
such a big part of the game. I tell my girls all the time, a lot of shots that are taken are missed, and those are just extra possessions. If you work hard, get the rebound, we can either set up or take it back up for the shot, but big part of the game.
Evans triggers to Kroll, back up to Kroll. Montgomery, she's been active in this first half. Step back three. That's off. And the rebound for Groton. They push. Here comes Toast. She's looked good in the first half. Lindsay Toast up top for Messina. To the foul line for Murren, the center.
Nice screen. Good ball screen.
Thrown away. Helios, steal. Kroll. They push all the way, the drive, and score. That is Juliana Neely off the break. Nicely executed break. It's 20-19 Groton.
Good job getting out ahead of the ball, running the floor. You always get rewarded.
Groton up one with possession. Helios. Near side for Navard. Stolen, and there's Arnold. She runs to the front court. 1-on-2 now. All the way, foul.
So just as you said before, what a good defensive player there. Steps in, gets the steal, goes the length of the floor, and gets fouled, goes to the line. That's a mature play. That's someone who knows how to play the game.
And
nice
again,
job.
Yep. And again, Coach Mastrangelo telling me, both ends of the floor. And the other word she used, and you hear this word a lot, but leadership. You hear the word leadership from the coach about her star player.
By example.
Yep.
And other people see her do it, and it's hard. It makes everybody else step up just a little bit more.
And I'm sure the hard work that the players who get called leaders shows, to the other players as well.
Sure. And then as a coach, you love that. That's one of the intangibles that you love to have on your team.
She missed the first free throw, but ties it with the second. 20-20, under 3 to go in the first half. The foul situation is 5 fouls and 6 fouls for the two teams.
I don't think anybody's in foul trouble, so I think as a coach, you're always looking to see who has too early in the first half. I don't think anybody's in foul trouble.
That three is a back rim miss, but another offensive rebound and putback, and the score for Toast. And it's 22-20 in favor of Lawrence, or excuse me, Groton. Groton up 2. Arnold for the lead. Good. Nicolette Arnold.
That was a great shot.
Well, she answered the Groton lead with a three of her own to give Lawrence the lead, 23-22. It is, by the way, 5 fouls for Lawrence and 6 for Groton. 23-22. Back and forth we go in the game. Two teams from the same area looking for their first championship. Bank shot missed down low, and that was Helios. Here comes Arnold running the show, pushing it, pulling up, skipping it, near corner. Neely, the three. That is an air ball and a foul on Evans. Yeah. And
not a good foul.
No.
No,
and,
on an air ball rebound, you don't want to foul someone in the backcourt there.
So that evens the team fouls at 6 apiece. We have 1:52 to go in the half. So the next foul we have will result in at least a 1-1
for either team
if it's a non-shooting foul. 23-22 Lawrence. Groton possession. Ball goes to the floor, held ball. It'll go to Lawrence, leading by a point. 1:43 to go in the half.
I'm a little surprised with these two teams with the talent they have offensively. It's tending to be a little bit of a low-scoring game.
And it started out a pretty good offensive game.
Yeah, I thought these guys were going to light it up a little bit more.
All right, Lawrence up 1 with the ball. We're late in the first half. Arnold posts now and is blocked. Nicely done on the defense by Toast. And here comes Groton with a chance to reclaim the lead here. Down a point. Helios works to her left, guarded by Arnold, picked up. Now goes to the corner, Messina. Bounce pass down low, trying to get it to Carney. Loose on the floor. Carney throws it away. Evans steal. Back comes Lawrence. Pushing is Montgomery. Here she goes, gets it to her teammate somehow, and now the shot put up by Kroll, and she'll go to the line for 2. I don't know how she got the ball there, but she got it.
Yeah. I think she fumbled it a little bit and saw it at the last minute, got it to her.
So going to the line is Abigail Kroll. And she'll get 2 free throws with Lawrence up 1. They can extend the lead here. One more free throw coming. We saw some great free throw shooting at the end of the Class C game, the victory by Bradford over Proctor.
Great shooting by both teams.
Yeah.
Both teams were great.
Clutch free throws, a lot of, and I was making the point, like perfect shots. They were like really nicely executed at the line. That one gets the roll. And it's a 2-point game. We have stayed close in this first half, Jeff, all the way through. Now a foul. No, they're going to talk clock, I think, here.
Maybe shot clock didn't reset.
49.8 left on the game clock. Yeah, it says 30 right now.
They're going to put it down to 25 or 26.
So it's a 2-point game. Groton down 2, the team in white. Most likely this will be a very close score at halftime.
I don't know if you want to give it to her right there. It's a tough spot. Yeah,
and
tough
the
spot.
steal. We talked about the activity of Montgomery. The steal and does not get the basket. Good try. But the rebound for Messina. Groton Kintyre take the lead. We're 35 seconds away from halftime. Inside they work it for Carney as she draws a 2-shot foul. So Megan Carney will go to the line, the senior. 2 free throws coming up. Joe Crail, the coach of Groton. Donna Mastrangelo, the coach of Lawrence. First free throw, the lefty.
Nice stroke. Looked confident on that one.
We saw a lefty in the previous game who absolutely lit it up. A tremendous performance by lefty 2 games ago in the Holderness victory. A great performance.
Tie score here with 30 seconds to go. Are they going to hold it for the last shot?
Casey Carter, the lefty, for Holderness. Now down low, Arnold does not get the roll. Tie game, 10 seconds left in the half. Groton can take a lead here at halftime. They push. Outside, the floater doesn't hit rim. Inside, doesn't count.
Count it, it's good, I think.
Carney.
I don't know. You got to count it or wave it off. It's good?
It looks like it was good.
I counted it.
We said it was going to be close at the half, and it is.
2-point game.
26-24.
Great first half. Great first half.
Good. And again, an offensive rebound. Carney doing a good job staying with it.
Yeah.
So what were your overall thoughts of the first half?
I thought the pace of the game was a little bit slow. I think both teams are doing a good job of running their offense, looking for the shots that they want to. The pace, as I said, was a little bit slow. I'd like to see the guards push it a little bit more in transition, maybe try and get some easy baskets. But, it's the first half. It's playoff basketball. Everybody's a little bit nervous. I think the second half is going to be exciting. And, again, I think this game, like the first game, is probably going to come down to making foul shots in the last minute or two.
So we mentioned that these teams are from the same town, and they've never won a title before. So not only do you have a championship on the line, you've got those factors as well. So this should be a fascinating second half. The score at halftime, Groton with a late basket took a 2-point lead at the half, 26-24 over Lawrence. I'm Steve Vecchione with Jeff Allen. We will come back in about 8 minutes to preview and resume this game. You're watching the girls' NEPSAC Championships. This is the Class B final on the Northeast Sports Network.
Sports Grub is the premier food source for delivering on-the-go meals for serious athletes and programs. Sports Grub will work with your athletic department to create a nutritional program for your athletes. Set a good example by eating well to compete at the highest level. Athletic directors and coaches take notice. Sports Grub is the quality food solution when you need to purchase meals away from campus. It's easy for your teams to organize, order, pay, and receive game day meals. Fresh quality meals at a reasonable price. Sports Grub. Find out more at sportsgrub.com. Grub is the premier food source for delivering on-the-go meals for serious athletes and programs. Sports Grub will work with your athletic department to create a nutritional program for your athletes. Set a good example by eating well to compete at the highest level. Athletic directors and coaches take notice. Sports Grub is the quality food solution when you need to purchase meals away from campus. It's easy for your teams to organize, order, pay, and receive game day meals. Fresh quality meals at a reasonable price. Sports Grub. Find out more at sportsgrub.com.
Welcome back to Loomis Chafee. I'm Steve Vecchione with Jeff Allen, Cheshire Academy coach. We have a really good game going. It is 26 for Groton and 24 Lawrence as we are close to the start of the second half. This is the Class B final, our fourth game out of 6 today. And a reminder that today's championship coverage is brought to you in part by Sports Grub. Sports Grub makes planning pre- and post-game meals simple, convenient, nutritious. Plan food first, performance second. Find out more online at sportsgrub.com. The leading scorers in the game, we talked about Nicolette Arnold of Lawrence. She has 9, but she has been matched by Megan Carney, the center of Groton, Jeff. She had that last basket before the end of the half.
Yep.
And we have a tight game here with Groton up 2. They'll have first possession. So Groton will inbound the ball in the front court. These teams are from the same town. They have never won a title before. The coach for Groton is Joe Crail, and the coach for Lawrence is Donna Mastrangelo. And she has been with the school since 1985.
Wow.
So she is a long fixture for the Spartans. Lawrence Academy, both of these coaches seeking a championship with their programs. Groton now going right to left in the white, up 2, the jump shot, and that is good. Right out of the gate for Megan Carney, up to 11 points.
Big shot. Big shots. You know, anytime you can have your pivot player hit a foul line jumper to start the half, she'll look comfortable. Nice shot.
Now she's on the defense. Evans puts it up. We didn't see much of Evans in the first half, but it looks like they made an adjustment to try to get her going.
Trying to get her the ball where she's comfortable. I think they got it to her on the wing once or twice. She traveled that one time when they ran the second defender at her. I like her a lot more down there on the block where she has a nice little bank shot.
2-point lead. Groton with possession. They have it. Tie up. Possession arrow. It'll go to Lawrence.
Jump ball.
So Lawrence can tie or take the lead. We just started this second half. We're 45 seconds in. It was a 2-point lead for the Groton team at halftime on the last second. A play by Creeran, which just
beat the clock.
Just beat the clock. Carney, I should say, Megan Carney. 28-26. Carney has 11 points, by the way, in the game. Arnold finding her teammate. The drive met down low was Kroll. Went out of bounds. It was a good pass by Arnold.
Good play. I like that. She came from the weak side. Good cut to the ball. A little bit of contact, no call, but I think good move to the basket.
Kroll will inbound the ball. The 3, that is no good. Fight for the ball. And a foul called on the rebound action against Groton. Good aggression there to keep the ball active after the miss. So now inbounding the ball will be Kroll. By the way, that basket by Evans was her first 2 points of the game. She is a good scorer. Number 34, we talked about her.
So watch for her to get going a little bit this half. Maybe they're going to focus on her and try and get her a couple good touches.
Arnold has 9 in the game. It's a 2-point deficit for Lawrence, and that's a travel. So it'll go back to Groton.
Arnold does a really good job of just spacing the floor and seeing what's in front of her. She dribbles with her head up. She's seeing everybody as they're moving. I'm impressed with her in the way she plays.
28-26, Groton with possession and the ball. These teams have played twice this year, as we were talking about in the first half. Groton has lost twice to Lawrence. This is the third meeting, and right now it's Groton with the lead. One game was a 2-point loss. The other was a blowout. We have a close game right now. Groton possession up 2, 7 on the shot clock. Working the possession, the 3 on the way is good, and that is Messina Callie Messina stretching the lead to 5, and in this game, a 5-point lead seems
lead
like
is a
a
big
lot.
one. So this is a number as a coach where you start, getting a little bit nervous. You really want to keep it at 5 or under. 7 is too much.
Drugic had 5 in the first half, missed that time. Now Groton with a chance to extend the lead. They're up 5 here.
Typically when we play, if it gets to 7, I like to call timeout. Anything over 7, if it's a close game, it gets to 7, I like to regroup a little bit and just run something that I can call.
Carney got the rebound, and they have a fresh clock. The 3 is no good from the corner. That was a pretty good look from deep on the try by Messina. Ball went out of bounds. It'll stay with Groton.
She shot that with confidence. She made the one before, so I think it wasn't a bad shot.
High arcing.
Yeah. She's a shooter.
So it's a Groton possession up 5. They led by 2 at the half. I believe 5 is the largest lead of the game.
Yep, and it's a low-scoring game, as you said, so 5's a big number.
3 try, that's an air ball.
Could have been a foul from behind. They called it, yeah. Good job by the offside forward boxing out getting the rebound.
So Lawrence Academy with possession, the Spartans. What have you seen defensively for both teams in this game?
I think, as I said before, I think they've both been tight from the foul line in. Nobody's extended. I think they're both being a little bit conservative, really protecting the paint and the basket, which kind of produces a low-scoring game like this. And so I think I wouldn't be surprised if one of the coaches maybe picks up at half court, pressures the ball a little bit. Again, I said the tempo was a little bit slow. I would anticipate maybe a little bit more tempo the second half. The guards pushing the ball, trying to get a transition basket or two.
So the very talented Nicolette Arnold at the line for 2. She struggled to get going earlier in the game. Found her offense midway through the first half and beyond. And she now is in double digits in scoring. They've done a good job, Groton, holding down, as we've been talking about, Ashley Evans, who has just 2 points in the game. It is 31-27. Groton in the lead here. Another free throw coming up for Arnold. And the game has remained close throughout. And a first championship on the line for either school here. Arnold makes the second free throw. 31-28. We're in the second half, 16-minute halves. 3 fouls, by the way, right now on Groton in the half. None for Lawrence Academy. 3 minutes into the half.
They're looking to try and get the ball inside to 31. It looks like they're going to maybe try and get it to the wing and get it into her.
Messina skips it to McMenemy, good scorer. She had 5 in the first half. Long 3, good! And a fist pump from Callie Messina.
She knocked down the other deep one there, and then she took the corner jumper. I give her credit.
And
She's feeling it. She's feeling it.
And this is the largest lead, 6.
This big possession right here. You're up 6. You want to get the stop.
Not at 7 yet.
Yep, no, that's the number. So you want to get the stop. You want to get the 7.
Montgomery outside the arc. Near side, the 3 try is good by Neely, and that was a big shot.
This is going to be another good game. This is going to be another game just like the last. I think it's going to come down to the last minute or 2.
That was the definition of answer.
Yep.
Juliana Neely with a 3.
Some big shots being knocked down.
It is 34-31. 3 try, no good. Back rim miss by Carney. Arnold now for Lawrence. They were down 6, but a 3, cut it to 3. Now they have it back again. Arnold operating, gets the step, puts it up, good and a foul. That is Nicolette Arnold showing her talents.
That was a really good move. She got bumped out on the top, regrouped, went hard to the left, finished with the left hand. That was a really good move.
This can tie the game. It was a 6-point game, but in the blink of an eye, a 3 by Neely, and now the 2 and 1 attempt coming up for Arnold.
It's just funny how fast the game can change. It's a 6-point. You miss, they hit a 3. You miss, and they get a 3-point play here. It's tie game.
So that
all within 45 seconds.
Yeah, I mean that 34-28 lead disappeared in a.
As a coach, that drives you crazy.
And never got to 7.
And
they never needed a timeout.
It's 6. You want the stop. You want to get to 7, and now here you are tied up.
Offensive foul on the screen. They called that against Tose, who played a good first half. Lindsey Tose. So the game now suddenly tied at 34. We have 11:45 remaining in the second half regulation. We had an overtime game prior to this game in the Class C final, a victory in a very exciting game for Bradford over Proctor. Bradford with a huge comeback. They were down 15 in that game. From the block, the jumper off the glass, no good. Groton fight for the rebound along the floor. Picked up by Arnold.
There she is, right place at the right time.
And she will run the point here. Passing up the three from the corner. Neely hit that big three to cut it to 3. Game tied now, but a turnover. So here comes Groton pushing in this tie game. Messina. She had hit a 3 to put him up 6, but now it's tied. Getting the step and flinging it up there was Carney. Now the ball was not kept in play and a turnover at Groton. So Lawrence can take the lead here. They're on a 6-0 run. 11:05 to go second half. Arnold will bring it across. She's doing
a little bit of everything. I think she's trying to take over the game here. She's made a couple big plays. As you said, she brings a lot of that leadership.
Turnover, though. Steele running the break. McMenemy getting back was Arnold. She got back on D, and now Lawrence coming back the other way with Kroll. Gets it back, Kroll. Up top it goes. Montgomery gets the step.
Good move. Good move to the basket.
And Lawrence on an 8-0 run, regaining the lead, 36-34.
Here's your timeout.
And a timeout for Joe Crail.
Yeah. It's a good timeout. A good timeout. I think his team got a little stale offensively, a couple bad possessions, gave up a few baskets. 6-point lead turned into a 2-point deficit. Good timeout. So we see what he comes out of the huddle with.
So we talked about Evans, and she made that first basket for Lawrence, and we haven't seen much from her since. But with this comeback, the big three, I think, energized this team by Neely. It looked like it was getting away from them a little bit, but Neely hit that shot.
It was a critical point of the game. It was a big shot to kind of keep it close again.
So now it's a 2-point game again, but this time it's Lawrence in the lead. It was a 2-point lead for Groton at the half, and we've seen a big performance today by Megan Carney of Groton. She had the basket just before halftime to give Groton the 2-point lead at the half, and again, they were able to stretch the lead to 6 here in the second half, but in this timeout, we are in the middle of an 8-0 run at the moment for Lawrence, so it'll be interesting the momentum swings in this game.
So it's a game of adjustments, and so as I said, it's a good timeout by the coach. He saw something that he didn't like. Timeout, make the adjustments, maybe settle your team down, run a play that you know you can get a good shot on, and try and tie it up there.
We saw that 3 by Messina.
Messina's hit two big threes.
Yeah, and the second one put him up 6, and it really felt like Groton was going to pull away.
It felt like they were going to move to 10.
But Lawrence, to their credit, came right back. And now it's a 2-point game with Lawrence in the lead. Groton can tie or take the lead on this possession out of the timeout. Here come the Zebras, I should say. They'll work the possession. Here's Messina. Step back 3.
Another one. Nope.
That was way off, though. That was not her best look of the game.
I think patience there would have been probably what you're looking for.
Montgomery works it around. Now Neely hit that huge shot with Lawrence down 6. Arnold throws it away.
Wasn't there.
Yep, and the steal by Navard. Back comes Groton. Down 2. McMenemy, good scorer. Getting tangled up with the spacing. Helios lobs it down low. Good pass, but the miss inside by Messina. The horn goes off. They keep playing. Layup, good. I think they're going to let it go.
Yeah, great job playing through that.
Yep.
A younger player may have stopped and picked up her dribble, but that was nice.
And that's Neely again.
Yep.
10-0 run for Lawrence, and it's 38-34. The floater back the other way by Messina.
She's competitive.
I'm going to hear that in my sleep tonight, I think. 38-36.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the game clock or the shot clock.
Right. Yeah, they stopped the game.
Substitution, yeah.
So, like you said, she did a great job on the Lawrence end of keeping with the play and not letting the horn stop her.
Yeah. I think, a lot of kids would have just stopped and deferred to the referee, but she played through it. And
that was a smart play, and it resulted in a basket for Lawrence. Groton came back and scored again to cut the lead to 2. So 9:10 to go. Hopefully they have the horn issues worked out.
It looks like Groton's extending a little bit defensively. They're pushing out, trying to get him out of their offense, trying to make him a little bit less comfortable running their stuff. So
Lawrence has it.
we'll see if they can get a turnover here.
Lawrence by 2, posting. There she is. Scoring is Evans.
She's done a nice job on the few times that she's got it down on the low block. She's made some good moves and converted it.
And we can see her talent.
Yeah, no, she's made some really nice moves down there. I'd go to her again, too.
40-36, McManamy. They need to get her going, I think, too.
Yep.
Out for Helios. They work it up top for Navard. Jump shot way off on the try by Murr in the center. Here comes Lawrence. Look at that move. All the way off the glass, no good. That would have been circus-like had
Great
that
rebound.
gone.
Great job to dig that ball out.
They keep it active and a fresh shot clock. Evans, no good. She was feeling it there but missed the 3. They had a lot of time to work with, but she was open. 4-point lead for Lawrence. Groton possession. They take a 3, and Messina is off. Rebound for Kroll.
Not a great shot. Not a great shot. I know she's made a few earlier, but I would have maybe moved the ball a little bit more there. A couple more passes, try to get the ball a little bit better shot.
Arnold is fouled on the drive, and I think that'll be 2 free throws.
Shooting, yeah, going to the line.
We are more than halfway through the second half regulation. It is a 4-point lead for Lawrence. They were down 2 at the half. They were down 6 in this half, but then they went on a 10-0 run and have captured the lead, and they're up 4 with 2 free throws for the star of the team, Nicolette Arnold.
She shoots the ball really well. You can tell it's the same form on the foul shot as a jump shot. It's a nice release. She shoots the ball well.
41-36. So one more free throw coming up. They can match their largest lead of the game.
So as we spoke about before, this could be a little bit of a momentum swing. If you get it up to 6 or 7, then you can be a little bit more patient.
She gets it. Let me rephrase that. This is now their largest lead of the game, 6.
Yeah.
The largest lead of the game this half for Groton was 6, and that's as far away from
Nice little swing.
the differential has been as high as 6 twice, but it's been a really close game. The 3 try, that's good. It's down to 3 again, and that was toast. So we saw Lawrence down 6 hitting a 3.
Yep.
Now we see Groton down 6 hitting a 3.
Coming right back into it. Now here's where they need to stop. A good possession defensively. Get the ball back again, make it a 1-point game or tie it up.
Driving, Drugich, fouled. That is Olivia Drugich from Stowe, Massachusetts. She'll get 2 free throws. She had 5 in the first half. She took a shot there.
She went hard to the basket.
Yeah, and she looks like she's
she
all
looks
right.
like she's okay. A little banged up, but it's.
So she is a sophomore, and she'll go to the line for 2. It's a 3-point lead for Lawrence, and they can extend it here. (43-39). One more free throw coming up. Both teams have had 6-point leads in this half. Lead 5 now for Lawrence Academy. Groton to the front court. Down 5. Getting the step. Good bounce pass inside and a foul.
Pass.
So it was a good play by Toast, finding Carney, and Carney will get 2 free throws.
So that was a really good job of just bringing the defense out and making them expand a little bit. And as they rotated and the help came, she found her post player on the opposite low block, wide open, and they had to foul her.
Toast and Carney are seniors, and I'm sure they know each other quite well from all their time together.
Not the first time they've run that play,
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as a senior, and I look to my seniors to do the same thing.
Right.
If the game gets tough, I kind of expect them to kind of take over or,
And the
do what's gotten them.
the familiarity helps, right? Practices and game action.
Just familiarity and knowing you drive where she's going to be. And
missed first free throw. Here's the second. Does not get the roll. That's big. Good hands, Toast. I've been really impressed with Toast in the game.
Yeah, she's been active. She's scrappy.
She's made some key plays at different junctures of the game, but right now her team down 5 with 7:03 to go in the second half.
Looks like they're picking up three-quarter court, half court.
You never know in these games. I was calling a Geneseo Vassar game the other day. Geneseo led by 2 with 8 minutes to go, and then they wound up on a 19-2 run to win by a large margin.
Yeah.
So this game has been close throughout, but you don't know how these games are going to go. And it's danger zone time for Groton. They need to stay within range. Down 5 here, 6:45 to go.
Good ball screen. Good ball screen.
And the floater, good.
Great job. Forward came up. Nice ball screen for the guard. She got to the rim. That was a well-executed play.
And we talked about the need to get McMenemy going.
Yep.
That was a nice drive.
That's a great
44-41.
Yep. And that's probably something the coach called in a timeout. Run a play that they're used to, something we get the ball in her hands, get her to the rim, and she's going to get a basket or get to the foul line, but we'll get her going. Evans
traveled, so a turnover, and Groton in the huddle here, knowing they can tie the game with a 3. And a reminder that today's NEPSAC championship coverage brought to you in part by Sports Grub, delivering on-the-go meals for serious athletes. Sports Grub is innovative in its approach to refueling today's athletes. Find out more by downloading the Sports Grub app or online at sportsgrub.com. The score is 44-41. Jeff Allen, former St. John's player, head coach at Cheshire Academy, and it was a really interesting game that we called previously, Jeff, with the overtime win.
It was a great game. I enjoyed the game. I really thought it was well coached, well played, and this is another one.
Yeah, I was going to say it stayed close throughout, and with a 3-point differential, the possibility for a close finish exists.
What do you see here?
What do I see here? Wow. I see. Well, I'm going to tell you what I think I'm going to see. I think I'm going to see Arnold take over.
Okay.
On one end.
Okay.
And I think we've seen great contributions from players like Carney and Toast and McMenemy. I think whichever of that.
And Messina's knocked down a couple clutch threes, so she may get involved. It's going to be interesting.
I think both teams have players that can propel them to victory. So we'll see what happens here. And here is Messina.
Yeah, you don't get to the championship game unless you've got a number of players who are capable of making big plays. And you don't get here with 1 or 2 players. You need 4 or 5.
And I only mentioned every player on the team, so
But they've all contributed. Like the other game, right? They had balanced scoring, balanced attack, and so, if you win a game, it's 50 points, and you got 5 girls with 10, 11 each. It's a nice game.
No, but seriously, I think McMenamin is a key, and she just put up a shot, didn't convert, but now we see a possession for Groton here, down 3, 6:05 to go. Getting the step, McMenamin, and that is offensive foul. They called it, and Joe Crail kind of asking about that. Yeah. That was a tough call.
Tough call. She was going to the basket. I don't know if I saw an offensive foul on that. I mean, that's really got to be clear. It's got to be.
Oh, do we have a overrule here?
I think.
Is that a 2-and-1?
I think you count the basket and you give her a foul shot. She was going. I think it was the other way.
Well, if I'm Dinah Mastrangelo, I can't say I'm happy about that development.
Yeah, no.
Because it looked like they were pointing offensive foul there.
Yeah, I think the refs both had it different ways. So.
And
makes for a better game, a tie game.
Well, just mark that because that was a key play.
41-44.
Instead of 3 points down with the other team with the ball, the game is tied.
Yep.
All right, we'll see how it translates. Here's Arnold. Arnold has it outside.
So as we said before, it's a game of momentum and swings, and that could be a momentum changer.
And McMenamin, again, got the big basket and foul shot.
Yep.
So, again, the key players stepping up at the end of games perhaps. 5:46 to go, 44-44. Fitting that it's tied right now. It's been really close throughout.
Been a great game.
Yeah, it has, I think. Getting the step and throwing it up and scoring. Beautiful play on the drive by Montgomery.
Such a good job of getting to the basket. Montgomery beats her person and able to finish in a crowd with big players. That was a great. I think she did that lefty too, right? Lefty finish?
I mean she's had moments in this game of real ability and
some big plays.
And this can put him up 3 here at the foul line. The 2-and-1 foul situation. 7 fouls on Groton right now, just 3. 3 fouls on Lawrence.
And that may factor into it as we go forward with the 1-on-1.
Our next game today is the Class A final. And I will be joined by Jez McIntosh, longtime coach. She'll be joining me for 2 more games after today, or as we continue today, I should say. This is a terrific game. Jeff Allen working with me in this game. Jeff, what do you feel like both teams need to do to win this game?
I think it's going to be similar to the other game. I really think it's anytime you get to a championship game, it's going to come down to the last 3 minutes, being poised, being confident. You can't turn the ball over, and so defenses are going to extend, push, get aggressive. You need to be able to run your offense against pressure defense and get the shots you want. And the team who makes the shots is going to be the team that wins. You're either going to make shots or be aggressive and get to the basket and get to the foul line. But I think this game is going to be just like the last one. It's probably going to be decided on the foul line in the last minute and a half. And
we saw a terrific play by Shiloh Montgomery, a 2-and-1. She made her free throw after making a really good offensive foray to the basket. Now Groton out of the timeout, down 3. Let's see if they feature McMenamin again.
They like the high ball screen with her.
And there it is. Right elbow. Backs it out, skips it. Comes to the near side for Mern.
Tough pass.
Here's McMenamin getting the step and scoring.
Big basket.
Yeah,
big basket.
McMenamin with the basket.
Yeah.
Rachel McMenamin.
She's making some big plays.
47-46. Rachel McMenamin. Arnold. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's a 1-point game with 4:57 to go.
She's got to be a little careful because as much as she wants to win, it's going to be hard to do it by herself. So she's got to continue to move the ball and maybe play a little bit without the ball and come to it off the screen and get it.
They post Arnold down low, flings it up, no good, and Groton can grab the lead again.
Tough shot.
Groton down 1. We're getting late in the game now. Travel, turnover. There's 4:46 to go. It's 47-46. Lawrence over Groton. And we have a stoppage for one of the players slow to get up. It is 47-46. Lawrence over Groton. 2 teams from Groton, Massachusetts. Intra-town rivals.
Played 2 times this year.
2 times. Both games went to Lawrence Academy, but one game was super close.
Same situation they had in the previous game. Both games went to Proctor, right? And Bradford came and won the final game.
Juliana Neely was the player slow to get up, but she is jogging to the court.
Nice to see her get up and be able to run.
As she hit a huge 3, as you remember. They were now 6. She made that 3.
Yeah, I think she got hit pretty hard there. Maybe get out and just get her drink, get some rest, and get back in.
Yeah, she's walking it off a little.
Looks okay.
They're looking to see
a little banged up.
Yeah, but
it's a championship game. You come back, right?
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 1-point game, travel. So we've seen some turnovers in the last couple possessions.
We've seen a couple times where they give her the ball in a tough position there. She's kind of extending from the elbow to the wing. It's a tough pass to handle when it's down at your feet. I'd rather see them work more to get her the ball down on the low block where she's been more productive.
Toast to the front court. Groton can take the lead here. Toast. The floater is good. Beautiful move.
What a good game, huh? Just like
yeah,
the last one.
I've been highly impressed by Lindsay Toast, the senior. 48-47. Groton regaining the lead. Back and forth we go in this game, and a timeout for Donna Mastrangelo. As a coach, you're sensing momentum. The times to take timeouts, that seemed like a pretty good one right there.
That's a great one. That's a great. Anytime you get down under 5 minutes, it's a 1-point game. I like to use my timeouts then to essentially call a play. Really, I want to give them the next 2 possessions. I want to call this play out of the huddle. I want to talk to them about the stop, and then the next one, what we're going to do. I want them to kind of have in their mind what we need to do for 2 possessions, 2 plays, and then we regroup after that. But it's so important what you do when you come out of a timeout.
What do you, when you're diagramming a play in this situation, talking about the game, what do you like to see from your players in the huddle? What do you like to see when you're talking?
You like to see the engagement, that they're kind of right there with you. If you're calling a play that they've run before, they know who the play is going to. You know who's setting the screen. You know where the pass is going to be, and everyone's on the same page. And as I said, it's about execution. You got to be able to, to run your stuff at the end of the game.
And do you get a sense that the players are on board or not on board? Do you get a sense of that when you're doing that?
It's always different. Sometimes they walk out of the huddle and you say, well, I know they're going to score, and sometimes you say, this is going to be ugly.
All right, here's Lawrence.
It all depends.
Lawrence suddenly down a point. We've gone back and forth. Arnold off the screen. Good.
That's a good call. So that's who you want to go to. She's a veteran. She shot the ball well. It was a good screen. She squared up. That's a good shot. Whether she makes it or not, that's the play that you designed. That's the play you wanted. Now, what does he have him doing down here on defense? If we score, what do we do?
Beautiful play by Toast, and that ties it at 50. Back to the Arnold three. That was a veteran coach diagramming that play in the
Great
timeout,
play.
too. We are
Ran her off the double screen. She caught her where she wanted. They've probably run that play a million times in practice, and she was confident. She knew she was going to shoot it.
50-50 missed shot. Lawrence on the shot by Montgomery. Here comes Groton and the basket and score for McMenemy, 2-1. Groton will look for the three-point lead with Rachel McMenemy.
So I think in this game we haven't seen either team pick up full court. And so, again, that's something that I kind of like to do late in the game, especially off of a foul shot. If you take the lead, you go up 3. I really think it just disrupts the other team just enough to, make it tough to execute their play or run their offense. I really like to extend and pressure the ball full court.
Tough luck on that free throw. Floater missed. And now Groton up 2 with possession. Toast, who's been outstanding, pushes. Goes
Good
to her right,
move.
works
Good
baseline
move.
block. Good defense, Evans. Ball on the floor. Look at Toast.
Call timeout. Coach called timeout.
she get-
Good
they get-
timeout.
they
I think
got
you got
it,
it. I think
okay.
you got it. I think it was.
And that was critical because the possession hour favors
Yep.
Lawrence right now.
Yep, and
So,
he knew that. So it's a timeout you really don't plan on using, but if it's going to save a possession, you can diagram a play. It's a good timeout.
so after the last timeout, we saw the 3 by Arnold. Then we saw Toast come back, and then we saw Lawrence grabbing the lead, 52-50. McManaman scoring, so it's been missing the free throw, but
Yeah.
it's still a 2-point lead.
So as a coach, this is something I always like to watch: is what other coaches do out of their timeouts and what they run and who they go to, and so it's always interesting. But again, as I said, it's more about the stop down there. You're going to run your play, but what are you going to do the next 2 possessions?
All right, resetting here. You're watching the Class B final,
Got 18 seconds on the clock. I got plenty of time.
52-50. The lead for Groton in the white. They have possession with 3:04 to go. There's 18 on the clock, as you said, Jeff.
Screen the shooter.
They got it in. That's Messina. Good
Messina's hit a couple.
steal, though.
That's not what he called.
And there's Montgomery. Good hands. She's been active in this game. Into the corner, the 3 for the lead. That is out on the shot by Neely. Back in the game. Now the fight along the floor, tie up, and again that possession arrow favors
I think it's Lawrence.
Lawrence. Yep. And so they're going to get another crack at it. Neely came back in the game after jogging off the court. And
sometimes it just takes a minute or two to drink a little water, sit down,
and you were right. She came back in.
Yeah.
And
You could say it. You can say it. She's a competitor. She doesn't want to. You don't want to end the game on the bench.
She inbounds the ball. Arnold, step back, does not shoot. Evans. Ooh, she lost it. Arnold fights for it, tie up now. It's going to go to the other side. Groton.
So that looked like it was a similar structure to the play. They ran her off the double screen
with the
and
double
she got
screen,
it.
yep.
And they didn't set the screen. I don't think that she didn't get the look she wanted.
So here comes some of that pressure you were
I like it. You
you're
got
calling for a little bit.
This is where it's hard to run your offense when they're pressuring you this far. Your guard is starting out an extra 10 feet from the basket. Your wings are extended. It's
Both teams have had 6-point leads in this half, but it's a 2-point game now. The floater getting the roll. And up 4 now after the basket by Helios. Groton up 4. It's crunch time for Lawrence. They're down 4 now. 2:15 to go. Here's Arnold. Here she goes. Block. Beautifully done. Helios on the defense, but a steal back tie up favoring Lawrence. Lawrence will get it. 4-point game, 2:07 to go. Arnold looking to take over, but they were ready for him.
Yeah, they were ready for her. They know. And again, I like her running off the screen a little bit more than the dribble move to the basket.
As we go to break, serious athletes are serious about their nutrition. That's why Sports Grub has created the best options for pre- and post-game meals and performance snacks. Download the Sports Grub app from the Apple Store or Google Play today. Search one word, Sports Grub, and build your meals today. 2:07 to go. We are in the second half. It is 54-50 Groton. Lawrence possession. And we saw what Coach Mastrangelo called out of a timeout the last time they ran to play for Arnold on that double screen.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to run the same play.
I'm sure Coach Crail's ready for it, too.
Yeah. So, but I do like her coming off the screen because she needs a little bit of space to work with the ball. I don't know if I like her as much with the ball with the defender right up on her. I'd rather run off the screen and get it and have a little bit of space to shoot, work off the shot.
They have other options besides Arnold, Neely and Montgomery and Evans. So they're down 4. 2 minutes to go in regulation. Neely does not take the 3. Arnold gets the step, loses it, fell to the court, went out of bounds. I don't think no foul, it was off of Arnold. Let's see. He was pointing in the direction of Lawrence, so now they're going to talk about it because I saw him pointing Lawrence ball.
Yep.
And it is going to be Lawrence ball. All right. 18 on the shot clock, 1:54 on the game clock. Lawrence down 4 with possession.
Tough
steal.
Pass,
what a
pass.
steal by McMenemy. Rachel McMenemy.
She jumped that one. That's the one where you wanted to make a ball fake.
Bragging rights forever in Groton on the line here in this game. 4-point lead.
This is where the game gets fun.
Groton, Mass, by the way, not Groton, Connecticut.
Yep.
And a turnover. So Groton.
Illegal screen?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that is a key turnover because it gives the ball back to Lawrence. They remain down 4 with 1:35 to go. Foul situation.
He's making a sub here.
8 fouls for Groton, just 4 for Lawrence. And so if they have to foul, they're going to have to foul quickly if they're forced to put them on the line.
Yep.
Keep that in mind.
Use them wisely. Use them wisely. That's how it goes. If you're going to foul, make sure you go for the ball, try and get the steal.
But if they can score here, it may not come down to that.
Yep.
So we'll see how it plays out. They need a basket to cut into this 2-possession lead. It's 54-50. 1:35 to go here in the Class B final, the championship. Arnold, there's a screen.
Good
outside,
luck.
wide
Good
open.
luck.
Evans 3, good.
Good luck.
54-53. We talked about Ashley Evans.
Yep.
And she made a big 3 there. A 1-point game. 1:15 to go. Groton ball. They work it up top. Right side it goes. Lobbing down low with the left hand. The shot is no good. It rolls off on the try by Carney. Back comes Lawrence. And dribbling violation. Huge turnover. Lawrence could have taken the lead there in that possession. It's 54-53 Groton. 1 minute to go. They're going to inbound the ball, and we have a timeout.
She had it there. She had a good possession there. She had a teammate down under the basket open, just couldn't get a handle on the ball.
So we saw Evans hit that 3, and they got her involved.
Yep.
And with Arnold.
Ran a great play. Arnold did the extra dribble to drag the defense a little bit further, created separation, kicked it back to the shooter. She was wide open. So a play like that, it's about spacing. And so if the player with the ball takes an extra dribble or 2, you're going to bring the defense with you, and you're going to make your shooter just that much more open. They ran it perfect. They really did.
Now, meanwhile, Groton has the ball. If they're able to get a shot off here, we've seen standout performances by McMenemy, Toast, the center, Carney, and some big shots by Messina. So they have options, but they need to get the ball in and not turn it over with the pressure being applied on the inbounds pass. They're able to get it in. It's a 1-point lead, Groton, and they have the ball in the forecourt. They work it up top, 20 on the shot clock. McMenemy backs it out, gets it back, 15 on the shot clock, 43 on the game clock. McMenemy to her right. Groton by 1. They have it. The 3, Messina, that hits the side of the backboard. Lawrence could take the lead here. 33 seconds left on the game clock and a foul. And that will put Arnold on the line here.
You don't want to put her on the line. She's a pretty good shooter.
That's going to result in a 1-and-1, so this is pressure here.
Yeah.
54-53, Groton by 1. The star of Lawrence, Nicolette Arnold, Derry, New Hampshire. Down 1 at the line. 1-and-1. She didn't show much pressure on that.
She wants to be there. You can tell she's an experienced player who's confident. She wants to be there.
We saw free throws so key in that previous overtime game in the Class C final.
That was impressive. They made 8 or 10 in a row, right?
Here's a free throw that could put them in the lead. No, it does not go. It's tied. Game tied. Are we going to have another overtime? Tie game with 25 seconds to go in regulation. Will they call timeout here?
I'd call timeout and run. I'd get the shot I want.
Here's McMenemy.
Well, if they may not have it.
Down low. It goes. Up top, McMenemy. Able to keep it. Driving. They work it around. Wide open.
Win.
That's Messina. Good. With
God.
8 seconds to go. A three. And that gives Groton the lead. 57-54.
Wow.
She was wide open, and she has been money at various points in this game.
She's made a lot of big threes, but she's the one who hit the side of the backboard on the one before.
Well, I think she'll take that one.
I'll take it. No, she shot the ball well today. She's probably made 4 or 5 threes. Big ones. Wow. So what do you do here? So you're up 3.
Well,
you can
I
foul,
just saw
right?
Evans hit a 3.
You can foul.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's interesting because I'll tell you a story.
1-on-1.
I was calling back to some games I call in the NESCAC.
Yep.
Tufts was playing Amherst. I was talking to their coach, Bob Sheldon. There was a Tufts-Amherst game.
Okay.
Back in the day in the NCAAs. They did not foul Amherst, and Amherst hit an off-balance 3 to tie the game.
Yep.
And then Amherst went on to win. This was an NCAA game.
Okay.
And Coach Sheldon told me ever since that game, he fouls.
Yeah,
He will foul up 3. He learned from that game.
Yeah.
Foul. But not always. You don't always see that either.
Yeah. So I'd foul on the catch and make them shoot. What do they have? 4 seconds left.
Now, how much time's left in our clock here?
I think it was 4 or 5 seconds. So if you foul in the backcourt, they shoot 1-on-1.
But the clock shows.
Is that the game? Maybe.
Well, our scoreboard is showing 108.
Yep.
They're checking the time here.
I thought there was a lot.
No, wait.
less than
We
that.
were late in the game, right?
I thought it was under 10. So I think it's 4.7.
I think they need to figure out how much time's left.
So if you foul the
I think
player
there's
who
8. I think
catches-
there's 8 seconds left, not 108.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's 8, or now they're saying 6.8. All right.
So if you foul and
But
she,
I think they
she
actually.
makes,
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I think they called it sooner than that.
yeah.
All right, are they going to foul? Let's see. It's a 3-point lead for Groton. Lawrence inbounding the ball. Groton is 6.8 away from a championship. Lawrence inbounding, and they throw it away. And fittingly, it's Messina with the steal. And
Backcourt.
over and back.
It's backcourt. She dribbled into the backcourt.
Oh, my goodness. Over and back. Over and back. Wow. Okay. Lawrence has it down 3.
They're kids. It's high school.
Over and back was the call.
Yep.
The game was won. Had she been
Stay in the forecourt, dribble it out.
All right, let's see what Lawrence does here. They're down 3, inbounding the ball, 4.1 to go. Here we go. Need to put it up. Kroll from 30. Groton wins.
Wow. What a game.
57-54.
What a game. Great game. 2 great games. I enjoyed them both.
What a sequence for Messina.
Yeah.
First, she takes a shot and hits the side of the backboard.
Yep.
Then she hits the go-ahead 3.
Yep.
Then
She
she
gets the
has
steal.
the go-ahead winning turnover, but then commits an over and back. Right?
And they win.
I got this sequence right? And then Lawrence with a chance, but not a great one.
I think the one before the one they hit the side of the backboard, she made a 3 there. So I think she made 2 of her last 3s. One was a miss either way. She played great. She probably made 5 threes today. She played great.
Callie Messina.
Great game. Great game. Big plays. Remember the name.
57-54, the final score. Jeff, it's been great working with you.
Good. I enjoyed it. Good luck on the rest of the game. Safe trip home.
Thank you so much, and you as well. And once again, our Class B final, the Battle of Groton, the final score, Lawrence 57 and Groton 54. Just a reminder as we wrap things up here that today's championship coverage brought to you in part by Sports Grub. Sports Grub makes planning pre- and post-game meals simple, convenient, nutritious. Plan food first, performance second. Find out more online, sportsgrub.com. I'm Steve Vecchione for Jeff Allen. That is game 4 of our 6 games. We have 2 more games for you next. The Class A final is our last game. Next is the Class AA final, Worcester and Tabor. Thank you for watching game 4 of our 6 games. 57-54. Groton defeats Lawrence. You've been watching the girls NEPSAC championships. This is NSN.